KSL News at 10 starts now.
Well, thanks for joining us tonight. Dan Rascone has the night off. When you look outside and you can't see the mountain peaks from the valley, you know there is pollution in the air. And right now, Utah is getting a large dose of smoky air in the moderately unhealthy range from those wildfires burning up in the Canadian Rockies. News specialist Jed Bold joins us now live. And Jed, this isn't a typical weather pattern for us, so we shouldn't be stuck with this for too long, right?
Yeah, exactly. Take a look at this. As we look down 3rd West, which is just outside the station, the traffic lights disappear into the smog in the distance. A University of Utah smoke scientist tells me that what's going on right now is unusual for several reasons.
You can see how the smoke is being kind of pulled down towards the south.
Derek Malia is a research assistant professor at the University of Utah who studies the impact of wildfires on our air quality.
We're getting winds coming from the north and transporting that smoke down to the south across areas like Utah, Colorado.
Across the plains into the Midwest. Fortunately, Utah is not getting the worst of it.
The worst air quality, though, is probably located across the Front Range of Colorado up in Denver.
Not a typical weather pattern for us. More often, Utah's smoky air blows in from California, Oregon, and Washington. It's also unusual to have such large wildfires in May because fuels have not dried out enough from winter precipitation. But unlike Utah's winter, Alberta had a dry winter.
This is why they're seeing a lot of wildfire activity across this area.
And take a look at this. Pyrocumulonimbus clouds.
A pyrocumulonimbus cloud is a fire-generated thunderstorm.
Malia tells me the fire releases enough heat energy that it creates its own weather that helps spread the smoke.
It's really efficient at lofting smoke from the fire at the surface very high up into the atmosphere, which increases the likelihood that it can get injected within the jet stream.
Once the smoke is in the jet stream,
the smoke plume is basically hitting the top of the atmosphere that is where most of our weather resides. And so basically it hits the top of the atmosphere and kind of spreads out kind of like a pancake.
Malia developed a 5-day smoke forecast with one of his colleagues that's still in the testing phase, but giving them good information. Their forecast shows that the worst of the smoke should only be with us for a couple more days. Debbie?
All right, Jed Bold live for us tonight. Thanks a lot, Jed. And Kristen Van Dyke.